Hey guys, it's your Tagal Mary and welcome back to my channel. As promised guys, gagawa ako ng separate video for the Vivo Y31 talking about my experience kung kamusta ba itong bagong-bagong Y series ng Vivo. So it's been almost a month or 30 days, so I guess enough naman na yun for me to make this kind of video. And as promised guys, i-announce ko na rin sa video natin na ito kung sino ba ang nanalo ng Vivo Y31. So for this smartphone, again, ang presyo nito kung hindi nyo pa alam or first time mo manonood ng Vivo Y31 video, it retails for 12,999 pesos at isa lang ang variant na available for this smartphone. And that is the 8GB of RAM with 128GB of internal storage. So what makes this smartphone special? Ano bang meron dyan? And why do you think dapat natin siyang bilhin? And why do you think hindi natin siya dapat bilhin? In terms of design guys, para lang naman sa akin kasi I'm very specific when it comes to smartphones na may magandang back finish. It just happened na yung smartphone na meron ako, ito yung isa nila, which is the Racing Black, pero may isa pa kasi silang kulay na medyo may pagka-matte yung likod, na ocean blue naman ang tawag. Actually, kung hindi pa kayo familiar or hindi nyo pa siya nakikita, ito siya. Sa tingin ko, itong Vivo Y31, it really targets the youth. Medyo pang-bagets talaga itong smartphone nilang ito. And bihira lang din naman tayo guys makakakita ng mga smartphones na, again, affordable, pero alam niyo yun, maganda ang kanyang design. The build quality, it feels very solid and sturdy. It doesn't feel cheap at all. So yes, it looks like an expensive smartphone for me. And tapos na rin naman ang pre-order ng Vivo Y31. So kung gusto nyong bumili sa mga Vivo official stores or kaya naman sa Lazada, pwede nyo na siyang bilhin and there's no need for you to pre-order. So again, ang ending in terms of design, it really is one of the smartphones na pwede mong ipagmalaki. Especially if you will be getting the ocean blue colorway. Aside from that, it looks very flagship. Alam nyo ba guys na itong Vivo X50 Pro na ginagamit ko, when it comes to filming, kamukha niya itong smartphone na to. So, in terms of, hardware or design, very flagship din ang datingan. During my month-long usage of this smartphone, na-notice ko na enough lang din yung display size na meron tayo for this phone. Hindi siya masyadong malapad, hindi rin siya masyadong matangkad. It's your typical screen size sa mga smartphones at this price point. And the fact na very clickable yung mga buttons niya and the fingerprint scanner on the side, wala ako naging problema. So far, it was still consistent the very first time na ginamit at in-unbox ko itong phone na to. Although, ito lang naman yung naging problema or medyo nainis ako sa phone na to. Probably because again, I have the black colorway. Again, yung black hindi nga po siya matte. So, it did accumulate a lot of fingerprint over time. And do take note, hindi ako mahilig maglagay ng mga jelly case or, cases sa mga smartphones na nare-review ko. Gusto ko kasi, alam niyo yun, maramdaman ko ba yung premiumness niya, kung yung smartphone ba ay, alam niyo yun, very flagship-like, or kaya yung smartphone naman, it feels very cheap. Anyway, aside from that, I also really like the fact na meron na siyang USB Type-C port sa ilalim. And yes, it supports 18-watt fast charging. And may included na rin na 18-watt power brick inside the box. Anyway, for the USB Type-C, standard naman ito, especially knowing the price pa. So yes, overall guys, wala akong problema in terms of the buttons. Display. Again, for the display, wala tayong punch hole. They are still using a dewdrop notch, so don't expect a very modern looking display. Yung display niya, hindi rin ako na-disappoint during my long-term review sa smartphone na to guys, kasi again, having a 1080p resolution as a standard, I had a very decent experience. Maganda naman yung kulay niya, although lacking lang ng konti syempre in terms of brightness, especially outdoor. Alam niyo namang masyadong harsh minsan ang araw sa labas. Although syempre, mas okay kung meron din siyang higher refresh rate kahit 90Hz lang kasi syempre, medyo may kamahalan din itong phone na to. It's, again, almost 15,000. And nakakatuwa na reasonably well-saturated naman ang display natin dito sa Vivo Y31. Ngayon, usapang cameras tayo. Hindi ko to masyadong na-explain on my previous videos, kaya dito na lang natin siya pag-usapan. 48 megapixels f1.8 aperture for the main camera a 2 megapixels 2.4 macro lens, and a 2 megapixels f2.4 aperture for the depth sensor. The only thing I didn't like on this smartphone, guys, is the fact na wala siyang ultra-wide angle lens. You know naman na every smartphone, I always look for an ultra-wide angle lens. I feel like this should be a standard already sa mga smartphones na lalabas for this year, 2021. So every time that I am using the camera of the Vivo Y31, I can't help na iurong, guys. Like, pindutin yung button na kung saan may ultra-wide pero wala naman talaga. Alam niyo na, yung mga hinahanap-hanap nyo na wala naman talaga. Sorry na. Wala rin siyang dedicated telephoto lens, pero meron naman siyang hanggang 8 times digital zoom of 16 megapixels f2.0 aperture. Alam nyo yung capability ng camera ng Vivo Y31 kung pag-uusapan lang naman natin, lalong-lalo na yung kanyang main camera. Teka, masyado pala siyang natatamaan ng ating ilaw so hindi nyo siya nakita. Pero kita nyo ba yung smudges? O, diba? Grabe, pasmado girl. Actually guys, maganda ang performance ng rear camera ng Vivo Y31. Especially if we will be shooting outdoors. Meron din siyang dedicated night mode and maganda naging performance ng night mode na to. Nakatulong talaga siya in low light photography and meron naman din siyang iba't ibang klase ng filters para medyo merong dramatic effect yung mga photos natin. And then for the front camera, yung mga selfies natin, some of the photos are very flattering. Syempre, alam kong most of you guys, especially the girls here, mas madalas tayong gumamit ng selfie camera kaysa gamitin yung rear camera. And gets ko naman, syempre, kailangan maganda ang kinalabasan ng ating front camera, especially for TikTok videos. In terms of video naman, guys, hanggang 1080p at 30 FPS yung kaya niyang i-record. Don't expect na sobrang stabilized ng video recording natin dito sa smartphone na to. Again, it's a budget to mid-range smartphone, so you might wanna take note of that. Performance-wise, kung maalala nyo, gumawa ako ng gaming review for this phone. It was actually a very capable phone. Same chipset ang ginamit kay Poco M3. Same chipset din na ginamit kay Redmi 9T. On those smartphones kasi, maliliit lang yung RAM na makukuha nyo sa kanila. And na-notice ko dito sa long-term review ko ng Vivo Y31 na kapag pala paired with a higher RAM ang Qualcomm Snapdragon 662, it will definitely perform a lot better. Actually, lahat naman ng chipset kapag maganda na siya, tapos sinamahan mo pa ng higher RAM, mas okay. Having a higher RAM, guys, sobrang good news nito, lalo na sa mga taong mahilig talagang mag-multitask, hindi lang basta-basta multitask, heavy multitasking. Kasi nga, syempre guys, a higher RAM, ibig sabihin nun, mas magiging smoother ang ating experience, mas mabilis rin maglo-load yung apps, mas mabilis nating mako-close ang applications. Thus, the reason why mas mahal din ang Vivo Y31 compared to those phones. Mataas ang naging score niya sa Antutu, kung maalala nyo, it almost hit 200,000. And kung gusto niyo ng replay for my Vivo Y31 gaming, almost all of the games naman guys, kinaya ng smartphone na to. Although, for the Genshin Impact, may delay siya and yung frame drops niya very noticeable. So, kung ikaw ay gamer ng Genshin Impact, take note mo na lang din na hindi ka masyadong makakapaglaro or maruruin yung inyong gaming experience dito sa phone. Again, considerably naman kasi ang Genshin Impact din, even mid-range devices, hirap din yan. Depende na lang kung medyo higher mid-range to flagship chipset ang ginamit. And syempre guys, since long-term review naman to, meron na rin akong ma-share sa inyo for the battery test and charging test. Uulitin ko ang Vivo Y31. Ang reason kung ba't rin siya medyo may kakapalan ay malaki din ng kanyang battery. It has 5,000 mAh paired with an 18-watt fast charging. Ang phone na to, it lasted me for more than a day. Kahit na halos naka 80% of brightness ako. So in terms of battery life, you have nothing to worry about for this smartphone. Lalong-lalo na kung ikaw yung tipo ng smartphone user na hindi pala charge katulad ko. Alam nyo guys, again, uulitin ko, mas importante na mas malaki ang battery kahit hindi siya fast charging kaysa maliit ang battery capacity at fast charging. Kasi ako yung tipo ng user na tamad mag-charge. And guys, kahit sinong tanongin nyo sa mga kaibigan at kahit si Jason, alam nila yan na tamad talaga ako mag-charge. So, I prefer smartphones na may mas malaking battery kaysa fast charging. So, kung kayo ganun din, let me know nga sa comment section below. Gusto ko malaman kung ako lang ba o marami rin akong kadamay. In terms of charging, ang Vivo Y31, obviously, hindi siya mabilis. Mabagal kasi, of course, 18 watt, tas malaki ang battery capacity. It took me 2 hours and 15 minutes bago ma-fully charge itong device na to. Which is still not bad for me kasi ako naman guys, iniiwan ko lang ang phone kapag nagcha-charge sa gabi. Tapos for the next day, isang buong araw ko naman siya nagagamit. So typically, sa gabi lang talaga ako nagcha-charge kapag matutulog na. So hindi ko masyadong ramdam yung pagkabagal ng charging niya. So, what are your final thoughts, Mary? Ano daw? For the Vivo Y31, ano ba ang iyong verdict? For a long-term use, okay ang Vivo Y31. Although hindi nga lang siya 5G ready smartphone. Syempre, expect na mas mataas ang presyo na to kung, again, magiging 5G ready smartphone siya. Pwedeng umabot siya ng 16,000 to 17,000 pesos. Ngayon, kung hindi naman, again, accessible pa ang 5G sa lugar na kung saan ka nagtatrabaho or kung saan ka nakatira, hindi masyadong problema sa inyo yung pagbili ng mga smartphones na hindi pa 5G ready. I think marirecommend ko talaga tong Vivo Y31, especially to those people who are very specific in terms of design, battery, and of course, display. Kung ikaw ay very hardcore gamer, I don't think ito yung smartphone para sa'yo. Just being honest with my experience for this phone. Again, magandang smartphone ito from Vivo, which is why I noticed marami rin talagang bumili. Nag-post kasi sila guys sa aking private group on Facebook. Nakakatuwa kasi dahil sa mga videos ko, marami sa inyo yung bumibili. Again, meron din naman ako mga smartphones na hindi maganda ang aking naging karanasan. Meron din ako smartphones na may maganda yung experience ko. Iba-iba talaga, alam nyo, and it all depends still on you, sa user, sa bibili. Kasi iba-iba naman tayo ng budget, ng need, and ng features na hinahanap sa isang smartphone. Ngayon, para sa ating giveaway winner, sino ba ang maswerteng nanalo? Okay. Excited na ako. I'm sure excited na rin kayo. Para sa ating giveaway winner, gusto ko sanang i-congratulate ang napili ko. Congratulations sa'yo and thank you so much for supporting again me, Mary Bautista. Anong iba? Sino pa bang isa-support niya? Pero, ano daw? So, congratulations to you. Thank you so much sa pagsali and to everyone who joined. Again, abangan, meron pa tayo mga future giveaways on this channel. Again, salamat. It's your Taggirl Mary and see you on my next video. Bye guys!